What's up, guys? Coach Vassar. Thank you for joining me with OTF Audio Daily Beats. As always, if you're new, appreciate you tuning in, listening to me talk about these workouts. If you find value in them, information is in the description to support me. If you have any feedback, let me know. We're going to break down Sunday, August 10th. This will also repeat on Monday, the 25th. We're going to see strength on the treads, endurance on the rowers, and the weight floor. As always, we'll talk about the 2G, talk about the 3G, and then get you on out of here. So for the key concepts for the 2G today, we're going to see 3 blocks on the treads. We'll go up a hill in block 1, down in block 2, then stay on flat road in block 3. For the rower, you'll start each of your 3 floor blocks with a 300-meter row. Your goal is to match or beat your time each block. And then on the floor, each block has a superset with 2 exercises that work the same muscle group. Upper body in block 1, lower body in block 2, core in block 3. You'll need benches out and, of course, dumbbells, and we'll be using the straps as well. So looking at the tread side, we're going to see 6.5 minutes for blocks 1 and 2, 7 minutes for block 3, 90 seconds of a transition time between each block. Total time is going to be right at 23 minutes for Marathon Month. This is a day where members don't necessarily need to reset the screens multiple times. The approach is very similar to a workout we did just a few days earlier. We're going to see 3 minutes of incline work and then flat road work on the other side. So at least at the start of block 1, either clear out their screen or that's when they should log in, track their distance, 23 minutes. That's what they enter into Marathon Month. Looking at block 1, 3-minute hill, they'll start at a 3% incline. Every minute, they'll go up by 1%. So 3, 4, 5. Power walkers, they're going to do 5, 6, 7. And the goal is to maintain their base speed as the incline goes up. For people on the bike and strider, rather than changing gears every minute, we're just going to keep it simple. They're going to use one gear that they could sustain for 3 minutes. So something that's like a push. So somewhere between 2 to 4 gears over their base. After that 3-minute hill, they'll go back to flat road base for 90 seconds before they do a 90-second push, 30-second all out. Okay. So in block 1, with that incline creeping up, base will start almost like a base push. So you might see more of a high green. And then by the end, maybe tapping into that low orange, but when they hit that flat road base, heart rate will trend up a little bit before settling down and then leveling out. And of course, when they hit that 90-second push, heart rate starts climbing back up before they hit the all out. For that 90-second push, nothing too crazy. They recommend, of course, 6% for power walkers, joggers, and runners, right around 1 to 2 of that base speed. When we go to block 2, we're going to do the hill in reverse. So power walkers will start at 7, joggers, runners will start at 5, and they'll go down back to where they started from block 1. Now, as we lose the incline, obviously the effort is going to perceive easier. So as they get to that flat road base, heart rate will hopefully be already starting on that downward trend. So that way it continues when they hit flat road before it starts creeping back up when they repeat that 90-second push, 30-second all out. The push and the all outs are not really much of the priority today. It is about that base. So at least maintain the push, maintain the all out. The final block, instead of a hill, it's 3 minutes of a flat road push. Okay, so power walkers 4% or greater, I would try to encourage them to increase their walk speed. Joggers and runners anywhere from 1 to 2 over their base. Now the twist on this one, after that 3-minute flat road push, they now have a 2-minute base instead of 90 seconds. And then we want to increase the push when we cut the time in half. So when they go for that 90-second push, what could they add to that push? So maybe higher incline, another 0.1 or more on the speed. Bikes and striders, could they go 1 gear higher than what they did for the 3-minute push? And then, of course, they finish with that 30-second all out. And then they're done. When we look at the rower weight floor side, each block will start on the rower. They'll do a 300-meter push row. It's endurance focus. So in terms of effort, with that 300 meters, you'll see people finish that in around 50 seconds to maybe a minute 20. So at least for the first group, they're still in that warm-up. When you shut them down, explain what's going on, get back on the rower, heart rate's going to be low. So that 300-meter push row is going to be more of like an extended warm-up just to kind of prime the body and get them ready to go back over to the weight floor and start lifting. So their heart rate probably won't get up that high. You may see like tapping into the green, maybe a mid-range green, and that's about it. Main takeaways for this push row, because it's endurance focus, leg drive should be about 6 or 7. Stroke rate, standard tempo, 1 back, 2 forward. They should hopefully fall around like 24 to 28 strokes per minute. And if anything, what they could do is as they're doing that first row, kind of hone in on their split time, and then every block, can they maintain that split time? Because then they'll finish around the same time. The back-to-back work is going to be balanced bicep curls followed by a strap bridge row. So you're going to isolate the smaller muscle groups with the balanced bicep curl, not only for the arms, but also with the hips, trying to stabilize and use your balance. Then we go into that strap bridge row, targeting upper back, but also getting that recruitment of the glutes and the hamstrings. The goal is, of course, to do both of those, then rest, and then repeat. Okay, they'll do 6 reps of that balanced bicep curl with each leg elevated, 12 bridge rows, and then recover. Block 2, match or beat the row, and then they will go into the lower body work, which is going to be a goblet alternating lateral shift. 12 reps here, so 6 per leg, moderate to heavy weight. And then they're going to go into a body weight reverse lunge to step up to knee raise off the bench. So you'll definitely want to face the bench. They'll step back. The leg that steps back will then go on the bench. The other leg will come up. They'll step off and step back, and that'll be 1. 6 reps one side, 6 on the other. So definitely with the step up to knee raise, still lateral glutes are being used to help stabilize the hips as they go into that knee drive and prioritize balance. All right, for that one, try to encourage members to hold that top position, work on stability, then come down. The final block, we're going to see the bench seated knee tuck followed by the 11-in-1 clock press on the strap. So seated knee tuck, obviously you're going to feel this lower abs, maybe a little bit of upper abs. When we go into that clock press, they're going to be in that chest press position on the strap. And then as they extend one arm out, the natural tendency is they might lose some of that tension in the abs and the hips will sink forward. So keeping the abs drawn in, but also equal pressure between the hands as they reach out. So that way, if they loosen the pressure here, they're going to drop on that side. We want to try to keep it simple and stable as they switch. Every reach out is 1. They'll do 12 total, 6 per arm. And then they'll finish up with a bench push-up for the final 30. So still a core movement, but now obviously think about it's a plank, but they're moving through that up-down motion as they try to keep from the top of the head to the heel as a straight line. And that's very simple, the 2G for that day. When we look at the 3G, we're going to see 2 blocks on the treads and on the rowers, and then 1 long block on the weight floor. On the treadmills, block 1 and block 2 are actually block 1 and 2 from the 2G. So nothing too crazy there. You'll see the exact same things. Rowers, of course, a little bit different. The goal here is they have 6.5 minutes to do as many rounds as possible to collect as much distance as possible as they alternate between a 300-meter push row and then the alternating halo to reverse lunge. So they'll step back for that lunge, halo, that's 1, lunge, other direction, that's 2. At the start of the block, tap new interval, then they leave the screen alone. They're hitting 300 meters every time, and just like with the Inferno benchmark, when they finish that 300, there is going to be some carryover. So whatever that distance it ends at, probably about 320, 330, add 300 to that. So don't have them stop at 600, row a full 300 meters, rack their handles, and hit it again. They'll probably get about 3, maybe 4 rounds in of rowing, but probably only about 3 rounds of the Y-bell med ball exercise. Block 2, it's the same thing, but different Y-bell movement. They're going to do the standing rainbow, starts on one shoulder, explode up, back down, and then the other side. So obviously core engagement left to right, but also some upper body work with the shoulders. They will have 6 minutes to do that, and then they have a 30-second all out to end the block. Weight floor, it is going to be the supersets, but kind of split up a little bit differently. So they're going to see the upper body superset, recover, and then the seated knee tuck. Then they go to the lower body superset from the 2G, and then the strap 11 to 1 o'clock press, recover, and then they go back to the beginning. So balanced bicep curls, bridge row, rest, seated knee tuck. Lateral shift, reverse lunge to step up to knee raise, rest, 11 to 1 o'clock clock press. I foresee the 3G going to be very crowded on the weight floor area. So definitely that's a great opportunity for members to recognize that they don't necessarily need to do the supersets in order on the screen. Maybe some of them do the upper body ones, some of them start with the lower body ones. So just something to be aware of. And if anything, hey, remember, you're supposed to rest. So use that rest, let the member next to you do the movement they're going to do. When they're done, now your rest is over. Now you can get started. So, and then same finisher, bench push-ups. So there you go. That's a 3G. Once again, that was for Sunday, August 10th. It'll repeat on Monday, the 25th. Strength on the treads, endurance on the rower. Wait for, coach it down.